right, y'all, so I am back. Just in case you thought that me and my koala and my kitty shirt was gone, like we were done, we are not. So I am doing a review, another review, because we just finished the render book, sketchbook review, but now we are about to get into a new review with some new paint markers. And you guys know how I feel about paint. I'm not a big fan, but I decided that I wanted to try these because maybe it can make me feel like a painter. Maybe I could feel like I can paint, you know. I've got Posca pens in skin tone and in more of like light pastel colors here, and I am going to paint with these today. We're gonna see how this goes, so let's get into it. So the Poscas come in. I'm actually in the process of ordering more because you guys know I have already tried some of these out so that I could get a feel of them. Y'all, my hands are still ashy. I still haven't put on any lotion. So let's just hold on for just a minute so I can put some lotion on. Okay, so we're back and we're moisturized. So here you can see that these are all lighter, brighter, more like pastel colors, which is what made me want to buy them. Get some paper here so we can do some swatches. I was definitely wanting to try these because, as I said, I was wanting to try new art styles and stuff, and I would like to try some flatter, just flatter art styles, something that's a little more cartoony. And I love how the Posca art looks, so I wanted to try it. So the Poscas do come in different bullet sizes. This is the medium, as you can see there, and it is pretty thick. And so we're gonna go ahead and let's get that. Okay, and that matches. It's a tad off, but not that much. Not to be bothersome. It's not. Go ahead and get the 6 that we have here, or what is this, 7 that we have here. Let's get these on here. I feel like the tops of these matched pretty straight. I mean, it wasn't so off like you just getting a whole nother different color. So in my opinion, they all matched up fine. The only ones that I haven't tested is these skin tone markers, because I literally just got them in like the day before yesterday, y'all, and I said I was gonna open them up with you and test them out. Now, for you to get these, the color to come in, excuse me if my braid is in the way, but for you to get the color, that yellow is vibrant, isn't it? I love it. To get the color up how you want it to, to bring the paint up, because these are smaller. These are like a fine point here. If you see that nib up there, it's a fine point. And when you have to push, you shake it and then you push down. Don't even push down on these very hard, because the ink started running out of this like as soon as I did it, and I had to wash up a lot of my ink. So that part. So you just, all of these are individually wrapped. They come all individually wrapped. I'm trying to think, I don't know if those did. They might have. I'm not even actually sure, y'all. I was so excited when I got them. So, but these did, that came inside of this one. And so, as you can see, it starts off like that. And I would tell you just to be really careful when you push down on it, because I had so much of my ink to come out the last time. Okay, so now it wants to call me a liar. There we go. Okay, and these are skin tone colors here. And I love this beige here. I love that beige. I love it. This one is like an ivory color here. And we're gonna shake that one too. And let's get it going. Finally, but that is the beige there. It is a interesting color. And then we've got our brown. It's just brown. Let's make sure I give this one a good shake. Marker gives you your little directions on how to, you know, get your marker started. All right, y'all. So I decided to go ahead and do a voiceover because I'm not the best multitasker. But there you can see me swatching the last of the skin tone set. I decided to draw out this really cute girl with some cute little teddy bear ears. Just something simple and cute because I didn't want to put too much on myself as I am trying out these Posca pens because I want to give a good, honest opinion on them and really be able to just tell you guys how I really feel about them. And I really feel like I like these, you know, as like so far, because I've already ordered 2 extra ones, of course, because I was just so into the Posca art that I was like, I know I definitely want to really get into it. So I did order a few more colors, and I know that I want to get like the basic colors, yellows and blacks and purples and different colors like that. So I know I'm going to get that other set as well. What I can say is that as I was using these, as I did say, the skin tone set has more of a finer point. So I feel like you have to be careful when you're using the fine bullet nib because it can sort of tear at your paper a bit. It was picking up the paper as I was coloring it, so it made like this little texture on her cheek right there on the left, but it was okay. I'm sure it's probably the paper. I just having to actually get some paper that I specifically use for the Posca pens. But other than that, everything else I really loved because these pens are so opaque. It is crazy how pigmented these markers are. Like that color is just head on whatever color you're using. Like that blue was just starch blue. You know, every color was just so thick to me and vibrant that it really gave off that cartoony vibe that I wanted it to. It reminds me of like Andy Warhol in a way, but I loved it. That I was already thinking of different things that I wanted to draw, different characters that I could bring to life. I was very excited. And so I definitely know that I'm going to order more of these pens in the future. I can definitely say that, of course, we all know that with any art medium that you're using, there's definitely practice to each medium, you know, getting familiar with it and learning how to use it. And I know that with these, I definitely want to take my time to learn how to really use them and perfect using them, because I can just feel in my artsy bones that these are going to be a medium that I'm going to love to use a lot. So, and I'm excited about that because, you know, maybe I'll feel sort of like a painter because these pens gave me the feeling of painting, but with a controlled substance, if that makes any sense, instead of just using a paintbrush. I mean, it is paint and a marker, so it's already like using a medium that you're familiar with already. And so that is what I really love about them. So I definitely want to take my time and perfect using them in the future. So you guys should already know that there are going to be more Posca pen art illustrations coming soon. As for the pricing, I'll say that for the skin tone set, I believe I spent maybe about $14 and some change. And then for the 7-piece set, I think I spent about $16 and some change. And so it's really just about your book and whether, you know, that's inexpensive or expensive for you. Everyone knows their own dollar. They were not, in my opinion, that expensive to me. I think that you can get the whole entire set for like, what was it, like maybe $50 or $40. So in my opinion, it's not that expensive, but it's, you know, it's to each their own. But I'm definitely going to buy me some more. But that was just to let you guys know how much the pens are if you're interested in getting them. I definitely would tell you to get them. I love them, you know, and it's a different medium to use, you know, instead of just our faithful alcohol markers and color pencils that we, you know, that most artists use, you know, and maybe a different take on watercolor as well, because y'all know I am not a big fan of watercolor like that. I have not had the chance to use acrylic yet. I used it back in high school, but I have not used it yet. But I think that I'm going to stick with these paint markers for a while because paint and me just don't mix that well. And I feel like this is probably going to be the best mix for me using these paint markers. I believe that the trickiest thing for me with using these markers is doing your shadows. That is something that I have to practice on. Here you can just see me using my Sharpie just to add a little bit of black to my illustration. But I definitely want to be able to use colors like the purples and like navy blues, because I did order one of those as well. But using them to add the shadowing and everything to them. But yeah, so that sums up my little Posca Paint marker review. See you guys in the next video.